With Active Cyber's zero-day deployment for Workday Adaptive Planning, our pre-configured and templated approach to planning and analytics allows our customers to get up and running in a matter of days and oftentimes less. At Active Cyber, we're able to leverage hundreds of successful deployments, which in turn has allowed us to create a best practice deployment approach called Zero Day. Now, this methodology combines all of the knowledge and expertise that we've gained through years and years of implementations across all industries to provide our customers exclusive access to our pre-configured and templated packages to drive immediate value within their Workday Adaptive Planning environment. As a best-in-suite EPM tool, Workday Adaptive Planning natively is able to combat the traditional challenges organizations face when performing the planning process, which include ensuring all team members have access to the specific information that they need in order to plan, and more importantly, that they don't have access to any information that they shouldn't. Within Workday Adaptive Planning, we have what is called our level structure, also known as your organizational hierarchy. And this is the foundation for security access privileges. Users are assigned a level or a group of levels, and data viewed within sheets, reports, dashboards all correspond to their respective level. This ensures that users are only able to access their data. Within a professional services organization, we typically can see our level structure being built on teams, regions, as well as profit and cost centers. Another common pitfall that we see is that we want to ensure all team members are planning collaboratively in a single location to avoid the duplication of effort, to avoid the common pitfall of overridden formulas and spreadsheets, or even the submission of an improper file. Through unlimited version capabilities inside of Workday Adaptive Planning, we're able to drive users directly to a specific version in order to complete the plan. Now, this can be done for budgeting, forecasting, or even what-if scenario analysis without each team member having multiple spreadsheet copies saved to their hard drive. Within our professional services customers, we typically will see an annual operating plan followed by a monthly or quarterly reforecast. And lastly, we want to ensure that the planning and reporting are dynamic enough to provide immediate access and analysis that goes above and beyond just producing high-level numbers. We want to provide planners the ability to perform data-driven decision-making, as well as provide dynamic reporting capabilities in a manner that's going to increase performance and reduce the overall timeline to plan. We accomplish that goal specifically within our professional services zero-day perspective. Now, this perspective is really a group of dashboards, financial summary all the way through project financials and cash flow that is meant to target a specific audience of users in order for them to complete their part of the plan. For our professional services customers, we built this dashboard specifically to attack some of the key challenges that we see in the professional services community, really starting with the fact that Workday Adaptive Planning is made by finance for financial users. It's intuitive, easy to use, and a completely self-service tool. Now, whether that self-service is adding new users, changing permissions, or building a dashboard full of your most important KPIs like revenue per billable consultant or revenue per employee, or even looking at specific profit margins on a project-by-project basis, we're able to do deep drill down into all of our informations, our KPIs, our charts, and our graphs, and our dials to find out for our project margin which projects are most profitable, which are those that are least profitable. Really, really easy for us to be able to review this on a project-by-project basis. Again, our goal is to enable all users, both budget owners and top-level executives, the ability to quickly and easily identify and disseminate the most important metrics to your organization. Now, from a revenue perspective, we're leveraging project-based information, such as project name, an anticipated start date or end date. We then provide for the ability to bring in both actual hours and forecasted hours on a worker and project basis. This is going to automatically calculate employee utilization based on available hours per month. Currently, you may be performing this in some type of spreadsheet where you receive hours and then divide by 2,000 hours in a year, or divide by 12 months to get the monthly or weekly utilization. In this case, it's automatic based on the monthly change. There's no more guessing around an employee's expected utilization. You'll be able to allocate resources to upcoming and forecasted projects with ease. We finalize revenue projections and revenue forecasts on a project by project basis, but also are able to leverage an average hourly bill rate assumption in conjunction with employee role assignments to be able to automatically drive revenue by employee and revenue by role. We take that a step further and double down within our resource utilization inside of our personnel dashboard specifically. We dig deeper into employee cost and headcount metrics to ensure teams are adequately staffed, that we've got good utilization by resource and by role, and it's at optimal levels. For example, we could dig into our consultant utilizations currently at 67%. What does that look like on a worker by worker basis? We can see some of our workers that are fully utilized and some that are maybe underutilized. If we run into any upcoming projects needing assignment, we'll know that we can assign those that are a little bit less utilized. On the flip side, if we were to run into a situation where all of our team is overburdened or overutilized, we're easily able to add new hire requisitions into our workforce plan at any time. This can be done through import, this can be done through integration, or it can be done with simple copy and paste. Once I save my change, this new worker now is added to my upcoming headcount for the year, all of my corresponding salary, benefit, tax-related calculations update. With intuitive sheet functionality, we're able to input information for employees and perform calculations that are free from edit from the everyday user, like you may experience with an Excel spreadsheet. What this does is it saves you time and money searching for that formula override across a number of different spreadsheets. All of our workers, as we're brought in, have drivers like start date, end date, pay rate, and these calculations happen automatically, natively within the system. We don't have to wonder who made changes to what cell within what file and spend the weekend looking for that change. We continue on down into our operating expenses by associating and allocating costs, both direct and indirect, to projects. In our operating expense dashboard, we allow for a direct entry method of expenses for a number of GL accounts by vendor, with the ability to include description as well, in case we want to have our team justify the expense. Once those expenses have been entered, we then allocate those total costs across our projects based on hours by project. So total project hours, and then allocating our total costs based on hours worked by project. We then can get into our capital expenditure needs as well. From computer needs to LHI needs to furniture and fixtures, we're able to leverage native functionality inside of Workday Adaptive Planning to calculate depreciation based on purchase date, expected in-service date, and useful life. The final challenge that we aim to bring down within our zero-day perspective is an overall view of project financials, project margin, and expected cash flow based on the revenue and costs generated by our projects. With the ability to enter a starting cash position and select from a days sales outstanding working capital assumption dropdown, such as moving from maybe 1 month to 2 month DSO assumption, saving my change, we can automatically and immediately calculate the cash on hand balance at any point within our plan. With Active Cyber's zero-day deployment for professional services organizations, we're able to deliver this package from financial summary to total project financials and cash flow, along with training for how to administer this package in a matter of days and oftentimes less. If you'd like to discuss how this package could work for your organization, please contact sales@activecyber.com. Thank you.